Hello, my noble band of outlaws. Outlaw Samurai coming at you live with a video. Well, I got to thinking. If you watch my previous video on what I believe, on my theory that a drone could become a queen, then you're going to like this one. The queen's telepathy effect on the drones. Now, as we all know, I used this in the last video. This very highly detailed, very much 5-second drawing of how life cycle of a xenomorph works. They go from egg to facehugger, sorry, name escaped me, to chestburster to xenomorph. And before I continue, yes, I'm wearing both my new rings. Should have did a close-up in the last video. In my right hand I wield the powers of a dragon. In my left hand I wield the powers of a demon. That's just how the boss I am. But in any case, with that in mind, this theory is easy ways to destroy a hive. Now, with this theory, it's actually going to be a lot simpler than my other one, because as we've seen many times in the past with the xenomorphs, they have a telepathic link with each other, where it's like, through a complex system of growls, snarls, hisses, and crickles and crackles, like or roars and such, that they communicate. Similar to how animals communicate in the real world, where wolves, they communicate by howling, like dogs by barking and howling, whales by sonar, and bees by dancing and all that other good stuff. Animals have different ways of communicating with each other and conveying complex emotional states. Same with the xenomorphs. They have their own means of communication with each other. But what does that mean? Like, how can we determine an easy way to destroy a hive? Well, my theory is kill the queen, kill the hive. It's a very similar situation to bees, where if the queen is to die, then the bees will go completely batshit crazy and they won't know what to do. That is until a new queen emerges from the ranks, so to speak. But in xenomorphs, that's an even more closely knitted scenario where the xenomorph and the queen, they share the same wavelength. Now, what happens when this wavelength is disturbed? Well, the xenomorphs won't know what to do. They'll be completely lost because they are a matriarchal society in a sense, where they are dominated by a queen. The queen controls every one of the xenomorphs. She can have them do whatever she wants them to do whenever she wants them. She could have them commit suicide for freaking out loud, and they'll do it, okay? They'll even attack the queen if she so demands it. Like in AVP-1, we see the xenomorphs. The queen basically said, stab me, let my acid blood flow, and I can get free of these chains. And that's what they did. They obeyed the orders of the queen without question. So with that in mind, if they are completely if they are completely dependent on the queen, my theory is that if you were to kill the queen, you kill the hive. Relatively easier than if you were not to. Because the queen, she displays a higher level of intelligence than a standard xenomorph does. And with that in mind, if a predator was to basically executioner style decapitate the queen, I would think that would send the xenomorphs into either a slight frenzy, like either they would try to seek revenge for the queen, that's probably the most likely scenario. 2, they would most likely just sit there stunned and dazed, like they don't know what to do anymore, because every aspect of their life was dominated by the queen. Or 3, they would just go batshit crazy and run all over the place, like bumping into each other, hurting each other, even in some cases maybe killing each other. Like, that's how much they depend on the queen. And predators and humans alike can take advantage of this. And it's just, in the first scenario, yeah, you're going to have an entire nest coming at you. In the second scenario, you can just walk through like this. Bam, 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 bam. Just killing the Xenos like a Sunday walk through the park. And in the third scenario, where they go batshit crazy, yeah, you might have a few xenomorphs lash out at you, but it probably won't be intentional. And you can still take advantage of that for the fact that, A, they'll probably be killing each other a little bit, and you'll be expediting the situation by, in turn, killing them. So my theory on what would happen if you kill the queen actually has 3 scenarios, in my opinion. The first scenario is probably the most likely to happen. The second scenario, a little less likely. And the third scenario is the least likely to happen. Or maybe I got the order mixed up, and the third is the most likely, second least likely, and the first is second, is in the middle. But let me know what you think in the comments section below about my theory that if you were to kill the queen, one of 3 scenarios would happen. First scenario, all the xenomorphs would attack you out of revenge. Second scenario, they would just sit there stunned and you can just walk through and kill them. Or third scenario, they would go batshit crazy and partly kill each other, and then the rest you would just kill, like leisurely, just killing at your leisure, basically. But let me know what you think in the comment sections below. I'm actually trying to shorten my videos a little bit so that my standard video length doesn't run like 28 minutes long. I know that's a bit of a problem. I work on that. It's just, I want to deliver as much detailed content as I can to you so that you have a very good grasp of the situation that I'm explaining. So, in these theory videos, where I postulate and such on many different things, I'm going to try to keep a lot of my explanatory videos under 20 minutes, and a lot of my review videos under 25, and then videos like this I'm going to try and keep under 10 minutes. So, yeah, slightly long, slightly short, a good middle ground there. Well, if you like the content, hit the like button, subscribe, leave comments in the comment section below, what your thoughts are. I'd like to read them. And share and like the video on whatever social media floats your boat. Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube. Wait, why are you sharing it on YouTube? I'm a dumbass. I was like, I am a dumbass. I just said share on YouTube, and I'm uploading this to YouTube. Oh boy, the shenaniganizings never end. But until next time, Outlaw Samurai tells all y'all, be crazy rednecks, be safe when using your weapons, and I'm out. Peace and happy hunting.